Yeah, it's the NBA. Trying to get to the playoffs, so that's where the fun begins. You know, it is what it is. Like I said, I don't get frustrated about this stuff anymore. It's just part of the regular season, you know, in the playoffs when we could plan for a team, prepare for a team. You know, I still don't see anybody beating us in 7 games. So.
Let's move to the next playoff series. The 4 seed Boston Celtics, the 5 seed Indiana Pacers. Victor Oladipo out for the season. He's been out for a long time. Now Marcus Smart looks like he's definitely going to be out for this series. Injury is going to play a factor in this first round series. What are your initial takeaways here?
My initial takeaways is that I put a little bit of money on Indiana plus 355 to win the series this morning.
Whoa.
Yeah, so that's if you were to ask me to sit here and pick game by game, I'd probably take the Celtics, but with the Marcus Smart injury, with the troubles they've had, I think Indiana was going to be a bothersome team anyway, and I think this Celtics team is the team that is the perfect team to get, you know, frazzled by an annoying team. So, you know, against teams like the Orlando Magic, the Celtics were like 0-3 or 0-4 this year. Like, you know, those are the types of things that, like, this Orlando's an annoying team. You know, I feel like Indiana is just a better version of that. And, you know, they have role players. They have a really good coach. And, you know, they were in the postseason last year. They took LeBron to 7 games, you know.
The Celtics did close the season 6 of their last 8. They won, and 2 of those games were against the Pacers. My biggest concern about this series is Brad Stevens has used Marcus Smart as the primary defender against Bojan Bogdanovic, and that's really the only offense they have. If he can get a good game scoring-wise, because Indiana's a team that doesn't have a lot of offense, if he can put up points and they can play that good defense, then they can be annoying. Can Jaylen Brown fill in those Marcus Smart minutes?
I like Jaylen Brown. I don't think he's going to be able to fill the role that they needed Marcus Smart to play. I think Jaylen's going to provide a little bit more scoring, and he's a good defender. But I don't think that you're going to see the play in, play out, the consistent level of defense and the commitment to it. Because, like you said, Marcus Smart's not necessarily concerned ever about his offense. He hoists up some shots sometimes, but generally he's out there to kind of calm everybody and to be the defensive anchor, you know, him and Al Horford. So I think you're going to see I don't think Jaylen's going to be able to live up to it, but I think he's going to have a pretty good series. I just don't know if he's going to provide what they need, right? Like he could go out there and average 17 points a game, but, you know, is that taken away from somebody else? Is that causing the defense to be at a disadvantage when he's out there, you know, even though he's scoring, like things like that?
I think the Celtics will win in 5 or 6 games, but you think it's going to be closer, apparently, with your bet. I want to hear.
I would say it's a good 6-7 game series.
Okay.
Probably a 7-game series without a doubt.
What is there anything that you're looking at that's saying, well, maybe other than the fact that the Marcus Smart injury, what else do you think can give Indiana a boost that can make this competitive?
I think Sabonis off the bench is going to be really key. The Celtics have notoriously over the past few seasons been, you know, one of the lower rebounding teams.
Don't even get me started.
Right. And I mean, I don't have the stats in front of me, but they're not known for their rebounding. And, you know, they have a decent bench unit, but they've been cycling in these backup big men all season. Aaron Baines plays maybe, you know, he's way more important to this team than maybe he should be, but still he's a good player. You know, they've got Robert Williams, they've got Daniel Tice. But to me, Sabonis is a 6th man of the year candidate. He's a starter-level player. He's a better player top to bottom in his game than, you know, any of those big men I just listed for Boston. And I think he's really going to cause a problem. And, you know, he's a walking double-double. And, you know, if those bench units can't hold their own against Indiana, then, you know, the starters to me, they'll be locked in enough to where if the bench can show up, then they'll be all right. You know, you got players like Tyreke Evans who, you know, he hasn't played this season like he did with Memphis last year, but who knows, in a slowed down playoff game, maybe he comes alive, or maybe he maybe there's nobody on that second unit that can guard him. If you're moving Jaylen Brown into that starting lineup, who's guarding Tyreek Evans on the second unit? Is it Rozier? Then is Aaron Holiday or Corey Joseph taking advantage of whoever is guarding them in the point guard position? So I think that's something to watch. That second unit for Indiana.